Hey, it's Bella, Sydnee, Christy, Kevin, and Livy too, and today we're going to teach you about fiscal policy.
Fiscal policy is how the government reacts to changes in the economy through government spending and taxes. Which are the tools that are used?
Discretionary fiscal policy is when Congress creates a new bill that is designed to change aggregate demand through government spending or taxation. The problem with discretionary fiscal policy is that it takes a very long time for Congress to act.
Non-discretionary fiscal policy, also known as automatic stabilizers. These are progressive taxes and transfer payments. So, what are progressive taxes and transfer payments, you might ask? Well, these are things such as welfare, unemployment, etc.
Contractionary fiscal policy. Laws created to reduce inflation and lower GDP, and that closes an inflationary gap. And then government spending decreases and taxes increase, or it could be a combination of both.
Arrows for fiscal policy begin with government spending decreasing, which then leads to aggregate demand decreasing, then price level decreasing, decreasing GDP, and then therefore increasing unemployment. This can also begin with an increase in taxes and a decrease in consumer spending.
In expansionary policy, unemployment and taxes are the only ones to decrease. Government spending is more effective than taxes, and the laws that reduce unemployment and increase GDP, aka close the recessionary gap, include the following: increase government spending, decrease taxes, combination of the two, and causing crowding out.
The arrows for expansionary fiscal policy are an increase in government spending or a decrease in taxes, which leads to an increase in consumer spending, will lead to an increase in aggregate demand, an increase in price level, an increase in GDP, and a decrease in unemployment.
Crowding out effect. Government wants to spend more, which causes a deficit, to spark economic growth, but they borrow money, which will raise the interest rate, which lowers investment. When graphing crowding out on a loanable funds graph, there will be an increase in the demand curve. This will then increase the real interest rate, increasing demand, and therefore also increasing the quantity of dollars.
Now let's see how well some of our fellow econ students and some of our alumni know fiscal policy.
What are the two tools that the government uses in fiscal policy?
Government spending and taxes.
What is the problem with discretionary fiscal policy?
It takes a long time for Congress to act.
When does the government use expansionary fiscal policy, and when do they use contractionary fiscal policy?
Okay. So, they would use expansionary fiscal policy when they want to grow the government by increasing, They want to increase GDP, I know that much.
Mm-hmm.
So they increase spending, and that increases a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't remember all the arrows, Ms. Walker, I'm sorry, but somehow it increases GDP.
And then what about contractionary? Why do they use that?
When they want to slow the growth of the economy.
Perfect.
So they would use that, and it would, by spending less money, and then it would reduce the rate of growth of the environment in terms of GDP.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you learned a ton about fiscal policy.